everybody, and welcome to another episode of Too Weird Didn't Watch, the show where we make fun of movies that we have not seen based on nothing but their weird descriptions.
I'm Brantley.
And I'm Albert. We're kicking it off today with The Mildew from the planet Xonader.
Gross.
Xonader is spelled with an X, by the way, not a Z, but I don't know how to... That's...
Xonader. Xonader.
Xonader. Xylophone.
X is a dumb letter.
It's especially a dumb letter to start a word with.
They should just make the
cool,
SH sound, and we should get rid of the SH thing. There's a few letters I think we need to rework, but we'll deal with that later. Okay. Like C should make the ch sound and nothing else.
Like choo-choo?
C should be used in place of CH, and all the S's and K sounds should be S's and Ks.
Okay.
Yeah, your C, you dumb letter.
I mean, that's great until you actually need to read something, and then you're looking at Moby Dick and like, why is this all weird?
Oh yes, Moby Dick, just get rid of the C and it sounds the same.
Yep.
Yes.
But it reads different.
No.
The year is 1984.
Okay. Keep going.
That's what they open with. That's the first sentence. That's not when the movie's made. I'm not sure. I didn't write down when the movie was made, but it's set in 1984.
Like the book. So this is the world we're leaning towards now, or what's up? Let's get some politics into this episode.
We have always been at war with East Asia.
What you're seeing and reading isn't happening.
Researchers at the secretive Benton Labs, almost said lambs, are celebrating the completion of their latest weapons project. A previously unknown type of mildew.
Okay, bioweapons.
Yeah. Capable of spreading and consuming any kind of vegetation. And ideal for attacking stockpiles of enemy food.
Again, yeah, bioweapons.
It's kind of like a less threatening version of the gray goo.
Yeah.
Because it only attacks vegetable life.
Yeah.
But that is basically the doom for all of us, because everything does need to eat vegetables eventually.
Yeah.
Even if you only eat meat, the stuff that you eat that is meat wanted to eat vegetables.
Yep. But can't survive in the water, because then ocean life will survive.
Woohoo!
Yay.
When a sponsor is accidentally infected... A sponsor? What, like Nike?
The entire company. Like... Every little swoosh has mold on it.
I'm trying to think of what a sponsor would mean.
I think they mean investor.
Okay.
But even that, phrasing's odd there. Home Depot, no!
No,
there's a lot of places for mold to grow in there.
A word from our sponsors. Wait, they're covered in mold. Hold on. When a sponsor is accidentally infected, the mildew's spores are set loose across the facility. Predictably enough.
Well, yeah.
As aggressive soldiers, as opposed to those very mellow and laid back soldiers that just let stuff happen.
They exist.
There's a stoner platoon right outside, but the aggressive soldiers, they got the call. As the aggressive soldiers flood the complex and the infected staff begin to mutate, the survivors come to realize that the mildew is in fact an alien creature. These guys are not good at making weapons.
What? How do you get that? What?
I'm assuming that they were trying to make something cool, and somebody's like, "Hey guys, I found some weird mold on my sandwich," and they were like, "Wow, that's way better than the
or like somebody died from the mold and is like, huh, this strange mold that lives only in this one area around this crashed meteorite
must be unrelated.
It's incredibly deadly." I was like, oh, it's from space.
It's the Andromeda strain.
Or it's, Evolution. The movie.
Okay.
Not the
I haven't seen
concept. It's a fun, dumb movie.
To avoid an agonizing death, the remaining scientists must join forces with quote-unquote toxic, a mysterious mercenary who has infiltrated the building on a covert mission. This is like a 12-year-old's idea of a movie.
This is like...
There's like a rad super soldier. There's the aggressive regular soldiers. They all get mown down by the evil alien symbiote. But then there's Toxic.
This is like if Marvel was doing like Journey into Mystery comics in the 90s.
I don't know what Journey into Mystery is.
That is the series that introduced Thor as a superhero. It's just like weird stuff happens. Weird sci-fi stuff a lot. Like in the first Thor comic, he just comes to Earth and there's these giant rock people from Venus. And he punches them.
That sounds awesome.
It kind of was.
We need more of that.
But this is like that, but in the 90s, so it's edgy and dark. And you have a guy named Toxic. With a whole bunch of pouches that don't have anything in them.
I was about to say I forget who the guy is.
Liefeld as crap.
It was, that's very Liefeld.
Hyper Liefeldian.
Covert mission. Idiot. Will anyone escape the clutches of this out-of-control fungus and the army of crazed mutants it has created?
So, hang on. Is it a fungus now? Or is it mold? Because those are different.
It's mildew.
Mildew. Those are different.
Are they?
Yes.
What is mildew? I gotta look it up. What is mildew?
Here's the definition of mildew. A thin whitish coating consisting of minute fungal hyphae
Oh, it is a
growing
fungus.
on plants or damp organic
I was
materials
wrong.
such as paper or leather.
So it's just fungus in a very specific environment.
Fair enough. I apologize.
I thought it must have been some kind of one of those two. I forgot. Oh, I'm on the wrong movie.
Wait, so you have two mold movies?
No.
Is this a mold themed episode?
I wish. We could probably do that. That's not what we're doing.
For the future.
Next up we have Nereus.
Nereus?
I'm going to spell it out for people who are interested. Nereus. It's from the year 2018, Brantley.
Ooh.
Yes. During a visit to friends, Sarah became...
Oh, like, that was a good show, so yeah, they visit the set.
Yes.
Didn't know it was still filming, but alright. Or it's a period piece, I like it.
Sarah begins having visions and is attacked by an unearthly creature in her friend's swimming pool.
Unrelated
She has a
events.
friends-themed swimming pool. By the way, the fact that they have friends, like, twice in this, like, okay, abandoning the TV show premise.
Yes.
Like, she's visiting friends, and then they're like, and she was attacked by an unearthly creature in a swimming pool. It also belonged to the friends, just so you know. We do want to be super clear.
And she has the visions.
She has friends. She soon discovers that anyone who comes into contact with the water is in danger.
So is this just something in the pool, or is the pool like a portal?
And she is driven to confront the mystical and malevolent creature lurking in the depths
Still doesn't answer
of
my
a
question.
swimming pool.
Yeah, again, either this pool is a portal and that's cool. That's like the poltergeist. Or it's like a portal or something.
Oh, I thought you were saying the third poltergeist had a pool portal.
Oh no, yeah, there's a pool, and then there's also like puddles of water that people fall into to go into the ghost realm.
That's actually really cool.
It's a really cool movie.
This actually speaks to me because I wrote a story called Shark Season where a guy like starts cleaning out his pool and finds out that like some point over the winter it became bottomless and had a shark in it now.
All right.
And he feeds his wife to the shark.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's like he jumps into the pool as well, and he goes down and he sees that like there's a whole constellation of pools that are all connected at the top, and that's the end of the story, and it's really beautiful. And I'm just really plugging my story Shark Season, which nobody is ever going to read.
So again, either it's a portal or it's just like there's a thing in the pool. And you can drain those. And then there's the creature of Black Lagoon and they can walk after you, or it's just like a shark.
Then it's her friend's pool, and like it's not cool to drain.
No, I'd be like, hey, there's a teepee thing in your pool. Let's drain it. I'll pay to fill it back up.
You want it to be a portal, right?
Yes, that's more fun. Like there's a whole either underwater world or just weird world down there.
Well, I want to know what the weird name is about. Like, what's Nereus even about?
Maybe that's the weird world, and there's like weird fish people down there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I've just Googled. In Greek mythology, Nereus was the eldest son of Pontus and Gaia, who, with Doris, fathered the Nereids and the Nerites. So he's like a Greek version of Poseidon?
Poseidon is Greek.
Neptune?
Neptune is the Roman version of Poseidon.
He's a fish dude.
Thinking of Triton.
Next up we have Lake Placid Legacy.
Giant gators.
Always. Legacy finds the team of young explorers. The team?
The team.
Is there like a team that is recurring in these movies?
No.
Okay.
Also, there's like 2 young people in the first one that don't die.
Out to reveal the secrets of an area removed from modern day maps and hidden behind electric fences.
Isn't Lake Placid in like Florida?
I know it's in New York.
New York? Oh, well, yes. That great unexplored state of New York.
Well, there's like forest and stuff up there.
Nah.
Also, they didn't say unexplored, they said removed from maps.
Oh.
Like,
so it's been redacted.
It has, because there's an electric fence.
Yeah,
Somebody's there.
Okay, fair enough.
However, once they reach the center of the lake, they discover an island that harbors an abandoned facility with a horrific legacy. That's because the movie's called Legacy.
Yes.
They needed to shove that in there.
Yeah.
The island is home to a deadly predator.
Man!
It's a dude with a gun. He's kind of old and a little bit senile, but still good at hunting them rabbits.
Or it's the Predator. I love the joke where they talk about the name Predator in the trailer. By the way, have you seen it?
No, the new. I haven't seen the new trailer.
Yeah, they're
the first 2 trailers were so underwhelming that I follow a movie website that they're like, wow, this new one's really good, and I'm like, I've stopped. I don't have any care anymore.
There's like a guy talking to a girl, because I've only seen the one trailer. But he's like, it hunts people with like these weapons, and it like tracks down its prey. We call it predators. She goes, that's not a predator, that's a big game hunter. Yeah, but we voted, and predator's a cooler name. Which is fair.
He's still old and on the porch, though. It's just old man predator, just like rocking on his rocking chair.
Make those little growly noises.
Got whatever kind of gun the predator carries, like across the arms of the rocking chair.
Yeah, it's got the shoulder cannon mounted to the chair.
I like that they don't, like, despite the fact that we all know that it's alligators or crocodiles or whatever, they don't say what the predator is. So it literally could be like a giant monkey or something.
I mean, one of them, they fight anacondas, I think. Like the anacondas from
Isn't
Anaconda.
that Lake Placid versus Anaconda, though? Like,
that one, yes.
They do include the fact that...
So now the anacondas have been to the lake, though. So it could be any kind of giant man-eating reptile. Maybe it's a giant alligator snapping turtle. Like that one dude tried to drain a swamp to find.
What?
Like there was legends of this giant, like, 10-foot alligator snapping turtle in a lake or in the swamp.
I want to believe.
And this dude was convinced it was there. And he like went on for 10 years trying to find that. He finally tried to drain the whole swamp just to find this freaking giant turtle.
This is like the story of Hogzilla. Have you heard of Hogzilla?
No.
Like this dude went out hog hunting and he's just like, I saw the biggest hog. Like it was
I've seen
so
the
big.
biggest.
I mean, you guys, and he shot it apparently, but like it was back in the woods somewhere, so you know, like it decomposed or whatever. But there was apparently some credibility to it. I don't want to look it up because I'll find somebody who's like Hogzilla disproven, and I want to believe in Hogzilla, just like I want to believe in this giant snapping turtle. The island is home to a deadly predator eager to feast on those dumb enough to ignore the warnings. What warnings? I guess like the electric fence. Okay, fair enough.
And it's like it's not like a man eater. It's just like, oh, they're dumb. I'm gonna help the species.
The fact that the guys who like it was, you know, probably some evil industrial, you know, logging corporation or whatever, but they're like, we found this thing. It's bad. We leave.
Or like they tried to
put up a bunch of fences. We redact the island from the map.
Because in the
we tell people not to go there. We say there's a toxic chemical spill. We can't kill the thing. We are noping out of this completely and irrevocably. You cannot say that we did not warn you about the giant predator.
Tom, should we put up signs? That would implicate us. So no.
Oh, we're going to go with the version where they didn't put up signs that said, keep out, please, for the love of God, you're going to get eaten?
Didn't say they did. She's like, they're fences. I mean, the first one, they kill the adult gators, and there's the babies, and then I saw the second one, which was a dumb movie, but it was fun. I didn't watch the third one, and then I watched versus Anaconda, which was dumb but fun, because giant snakes versus giant alligators. So maybe they tried to, like, weaponize the gators, and then there's, like, this guy at hand, because giant freaking gators, we're gonna leave. Put up fences, electrify the fences, send someone out here every couple of months to make sure it's still going, and we just won't talk about this.
But before they can turn back, our hapless heroes get dragged into a battle for their lives, and will need to work together if they hope to survive.
Yes?
Yeah, that's...
Were they planning on... Not?
Also, like, just the story of all human civilization, we do need to work together.
Yep, or literally any social creature.
Yes. That's why we win. It's... Oh my goodness. I've just been derailed by the fact that you have Attack from Beneath on your shelf. I haven't seen that in so long.
It's one of my 2 kaiju movie shelves.
Okay.
That's why Reptar is right next to him.
It has nothing to do with anything in this show, in this episode.
Oh, but it has giant aquatic predators!
Fair enough. Next up we have Jaws 19.
Speaking of giant aquatic predators.
2015. The Baltic seacoast shark terrorizing. Military shark manages to win. And it became a ghost.
I like that it winning involved it dying and becoming a ghost.
The fact this is a real
military
destruction
shark.
of this movie. I'm not altering any of the words.
That again is like a 90s comic. Where it's like a man genetically altered to be half shark to fight. I don't know.
I'm reading a book called Sharkman as we speak.
I'm unsurprised.
It's by Steve Altman, the guy who wrote The Meg, and it's like a young adult novel.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that. And then one about the zombies. Or not zombies. Nazis.
Are there Nazis in it?
One of the books he read has something like that, and there's Nazis involved. I haven't read anything.
So in Sharkman, I've just gotten to the part where he's injected himself with the shark venom. So it's actually the great part about Sharkman as a book is that it really does a good job of sort of like making the main character miserable because he's a paraplegic.
Right.
His legs don't work. So he's miserable about that. He's paraplegic because of the car accident that he got in that killed his mom, where he was driving the car and like texting and driving, and so he's at fault. So he like is beating himself up about it. His dad is like typical crummy movie novel dad, who is a military man who is also awkwardly also involved with like the stuff that's going to be happening that he's going to deal with, I'm sure, because there's like deep sea diving operation. There's a chapter that happens where you can tell that like he wrote it in the third person, and he's like, oh right, this is a first person novel. And so he just has the guy like, meanwhile, my dad was off in the Baltic Sea. And like, it's so awkward.
That's
like, just break from the first person, Steve Altman. Like, you're a decent writer. Like, you're a bit of a hack. All right. Like he's very much, describing how hot all the women are. You know, it's one of those.
He's Michael Bay, the author.
It's very much that, but like, if you can handle that, it's fine. He's not insultingly bad if you can handle the sort of reductionist style.
Because the one I read about, again, I haven't read it myself, but he wrote one around the time of Meg, or maybe a little bit after, but it's like they find this like container, and inside is a half shark, half man made by the Nazis.
Not familiar with that.
Yeah.
This is not Sharkman. This is about this is a young adult novel. Again, although it does spend an enormous amount of time like creeping on all of the women who are
young adults,
close to like childbearing age.
It's for the teens.
Yes, but Steve Altman's an adult man.
Most of those books are written by the adults for the teens, about teens.
I'm not even necessarily like opposed to it. It's just like reading it. I'm listening to it as an audiobook, so you have to listen to a person read a description of like how hot this girl is out loud, and you're like, okay, like I do get it. I am tracking, but also
as long as it's better than that
I'm
one
uncomfortable
part from Godzilla in 1994.
Oh no, well because they're all the same age at least.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't
There
describe
is-
anybody 15 wearing a
They don't
tights,
go. They don't
tank top,
go
and an
into
underage smile.
There's for the main like hero's girlfriend that he wants to get with, who he probably will get with by the end of the book because it's that kind of book. They don't go into like an annoyingly like over sexualized description of the clothing.
Cool.
He's just like, she's hot, and I'm into that. Okay, so I'm gonna start back from the top because we got sidelined here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure what movie we're on anymore.
We're on Jaws 19.
Yes.
It's a Russian movie. And just so you know, like, the quality of the description that I'm gonna read here seems to match the quality of the movie. Like, real low budget. Like, and not like the, like, schlocky kind of low budget. The kind of low budget where they tell you there's a shark in the movie, but, like, you really gotta squint and bend your head sideways and not, blink for a few scenes. I think it's one of those. So, 2015. The Baltic Coast Shark Terrorizing. Period.
Yes.
Military shark manages to win,
Military shark.
comma, and it became a ghost.
Oh, military shark.
Military shark became a ghost. I guess.
So,
no,
we
the
have
next
options.
sentence. I have to read the next sentence
Okay.
because it became a ghost. Period. Incredible plot twist. Period.
to be fair, would not have called shark becoming ghost. But here's the thing. With military shark, we have some options. And they are various levels of fun.
Right?
One, it's a shark, like, trained to be a weapon.
Probably some cybernetic
Yeah, just like
implants.
something to where, like, you can trigger something to make it go away and not attack you if it goes for you. Or to, like, hype up its aggression. Or it's like a shark with guns attached. Which is the fun one. Or it's a straight up street shark. Possibly with guns attached.
They don't. They're very again based on the budget of this movie.
But then it turns into a ghost, so it's a ghost shark with guns attached.
Yes,
But because now it's a ghost, so it can fly.
this is all kinds of awesome.
Yes.
There's that Nazi sharks movie that's supposed to be coming out eventually, where they have the sharks flying with guns attached. But I'm starting to think that's actually not ever going to come out, and it's just a trailer. Still fun as a trailer though.
I mean, that's a fun idea, but it's like, that's just a drone that can bite people. And will probably die from not being in the water.
Next, better, period. Ghost shark begins to kill all who stand in her way, period.
Oh, it's a lady shark. Good for her.
Killings delivered perfectly, period.
Perfectionist lady shark. With guns! And spirit powers.
Of particular note are times when the shark leaps out of the toilet and garbage, period. I mean, that is of note, yes. If I was making notes on the movie that I was watching, and
The most derailing part of this is the garbage.
jumped out of, maybe it's the garbage patch?
I hate the kids.
Not the cabbage patch.
I was thinking more of the garbage pail kids.
Okay. These scenes are very creative and unique. Cannot be found.
This is the movie description of she has a great personality.
This was written by the director of the film, who put as much thought into the film as he did into this description.
I mean, I'm assuming English isn't his first language?
It doesn't seem to be. No. It's also a Russian language film, so.
Yes, that would be why I would assume that.
By the way, I don't know that it was written by the director. That's just my impression.
Ah.
It's a fun thing to think about. But that is it. That is all we have for this week on Too Weird Didn't Watch. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you guys next week. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye, guys.